This is the only time the Powerpuff Girls have ever lost. And not only that, it is the darkest episode of the entire series. The day starts off nice and sunny at Pokeyoke's kindergarten. Buttercup is desperately waiting for the bell to ring. Miss Keen sees that she's distracted and asks for her attention. I have to play this clip because it's just so out of pocket for a bunch of kindergartners.
Where was I? Oh, yes. If Billy and Sally each had an apple, then that's 2 apples. At a trajectory of 1.8 meters per second, assuming an Einsteinian universe, the distance between 2 points remaining constant, space of 70 times the constant equality when approaching speed of light. Therefore, when approaching back home, a considerable amount of time would pass, somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 years.
To me, I don't know what Miss Keen is doing teaching little kids, but if she has this level of mathematical arithmetic, she should be a professor in university. The bell finally rings and the crowd of kids are absolutely excited to be free for the weekend. But no one is more excited than our 3 heroes as they have a trip to the Bahamas. Besides seeing the beautiful beaches and working on their tan, the girls are most looking forward to not being in Townsville. Which, I can see exactly why they feel this way. The girls are legitimate children and have to fight night and day to protect the town. They deserve to have some time off, right? Urgent to finally start their mini vacation, Buttercup challenges the other girls to race home. Without realizing, the girls are going so fast that they break through the time-space barrier. They arrive home not noticing they aren't actually home. Buttercup and Bubbles are throwing banter back and forth, which ends up making Bubbles cry. They go downstairs and find a much older Professor Newtonium. The professor thinks he's hallucinating and brings out a cane to attack the girls. The girls escape and finally see what has happened to Townsville. It's an empty, barren wasteland. They fly downtown to see if anyone else is alive, and they happen to see the mayor's office. They go inside and find Miss Bellum. Miss Bellum is not her usual boss girl self. She looks depraved, gray, and alone, and we see that the mayor actually isn't with her. Miss Bellum notices the girls and hangs onto the mayor's hat. Again, the girls escape out of fear and continue searching the city. Our heroes see their old school of Pokeyokes and check inside. In contrast to the excited about math Mrs. Keen, she looks pale and dead. The girls stand in front of her, but unlike the past 2 counterparts, Miss Keen ignores them and continues to repeat the same line over and over again.
But Miss Keen, we're right here.
50 years.
And here's where we find out how many years has passed since the start of the episode. After this grand reveal, no one other than him pops out. He explains what happened because of that one simple race. And with their hearts broken in denial, the Powerpuff Girls try and beat him up senseless. But it does nothing. Him ends up transforming into a much bigger and more powerful form.
The beauty lies in the beauty.
People of Townsville crowd the heroes. They point blame, attributing the current state of the world because of their absence. Filled with tears and regret, the girls fly to the sky and repeat, hoping to go back in time. The girls return to the original timeline, thrilled to see Professor Newtonium. All is back to normal, but it really puts into perspective how much responsibility is placed on these young girls. They can't even go a weekend of leisure without Townsville in the back of their heads, because we now know what destiny has in store for the citizens of Townsville without the Powerpuff Girls. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so him doesn't get to you.